everyone, and welcome to Photo Finds. I'm your host, Gavin Hatch, and this is episode number 114. Now, this week we're over at SeaWorld Orlando, taking a look around the park, and mainly at Dolphin Nursery, the new Dolphin Nursery, I should say, which just recently opened up. So coming into the park, though, we're going to start over here at the entrance. I saw that they had some ambassadors. Most of the ambassadors did have these t-shirts on. Now, these are for the Electric Ocean event, which is taking place all summer, and this is kind of like their summer offerings. They have new entertainment, new fireworks show, which is called Ignite, and just lots of different things. And the park is really all set up. I mean, there's decorations everywhere for this event, and it's really a great theme. It's very fun, of course, family friendly, even though it kind of has like a nightclub feel to it. But it's lots of neon, and these team members here, or I should say ambassadors, sorry, that's their new title, are showing it off, and it's pretty cute. Now, we're not focusing mainly on Electric Ocean, though, on this episode of Photo Finds. We're just going to be looking more at Dolphin Nursery. But I cannot wait to go get some photos and videos for you guys to show you on a future episode. Now, over close to the entrance of the park is the Dolphin Nursery. Now, this has been here for a number of years, but they recently closed it off and completely redid this tank, and it is so beautiful. I'm really in love with it. It's great. A lot of great new offerings to experience with the baby dolphins. Now, at first glance, the biggest change walking up to the Dolphin Nursery is that the viewing is so much better now. Before, it was you had to kind of like walk up to the edge and look over, and then for safety reasons, they didn't even let you get up to the edge. There was like a fence there, so it was really kind of hard for viewing, especially for small children. You really couldn't see the dolphins inside this tank, so they have gone ahead and completely redid the sides here and opened it up, and so they do have plexiglass viewing, so you can actually walk up and get an underwater view of these dolphins, and it's just so neat. And the dolphins, when we were there, were really interacting with lots of the guests, just loved the attention and were coming up and playing, and it was really wonderful, and the kids of course love it. And it's walking around, it's really neat. Now, I also noticed that they had some chalk there. This is kind of nice. They have the rock work, and there are special spots on the rock work which you can go ahead and take some chalk that's provided by SeaWorld to just, draw pictures and write things and stuff like that. So that was really cute, and it's a nice way for, young ones to kind of just play with that if mom and dad want to take a look, or the older kids want to take a look at the dolphins. So that's neat. And then right next to that is ambassador that is, of course, well trained on the dolphins and the behaviors and the species, and just talks about that. And it's really cool because the ambassador has a giant screen here that is it's interactive. He's controlling it through iPad, and can have all kinds of different questions and videos and things pop up on here. So he's mic'd, and you can hear him around the entire area, and he's just going on and talking about just information and different facts about the dolphins. It's really neat. I thought this was such an upgrade compared to what used to be here, and the whole look of it is really great too. It looks better. The covering is, they took off the roof and kind of put just more, it's more open. Definitely more sunlight for the dolphins there. They're not in constant shade, but they do have shaded areas to go to if they wanted to, and it's just really neat. Now, on the other side of the pool, you can see that they have they have more rock work here, and they have these like dome viewing windows. So you could, as a child or even adult, and you'll see an adult down there, you can climb down in there and just sit inside this kind of like dome, kind of like the ones that you'd see at a McDonald's play place back in the day. And the dolphins, you can obviously see them very clear, and they'll come up to you, and it's really neat. So they have lots of different viewing options for both old and young, and it's great. And it's a really great improvement, and I'm excited because if this is the direction that SeaWorld is taking with all their new exhibits, it's really going to be, in redoing current exhibits, I should say, it's really going to be great. It's going to be beautiful, and I love how it's educational, but at the same time very visually stunning. So I am very happy to see this, and I can't wait to come back and do this every time and just pop my head over here and see what the Dolphin Nursery's up to. Now, while we were over by Shamu Stadium walking through the park, they had this booth set up, and this is something that is not going to be permanent. This is not going to be there forever. It might have just been there for the day or the week. It may be here for the whole summer just to be able to help, provide some additional offerings for the summer crowds with the peak season going on right now. But this is, of course, Coca-Cola is a sponsor of the park, and so they did come through with their team, and they were offering some free samples of Coca-Cola products such as like cherry and vanilla Coke, Also, they had different flavors, the ones that you can still purchase in stores, so it was nothing that you can't get at home, but it's nice to have, you know, a sip of free Coke. You can't turn that down. And then you were able to go up to this booth. They had touch screens. There was 4 of them set up, so you'd be able to walk up with a friend or family member and put your name onto the type your name into the screen, and also a friend's name as well. So you're able to get 2 cans, and they would print your name onto the can of Coca-Cola. And it's a small can, but it was absolutely free, and it's something that's a great souvenir. Patrick and I both did this, and we don't plan on opening those Cokes because, you know, this is could be a collector's item. You never know. Coca-Cola, for the past few years, has been running their summer promotions. Their summer marketing is targeted towards sharing Cokes with friends and family and putting the names on the bottles. And some guests and some people around the world, obviously, might not have the most common name, so you might not be able to find a bottle of Coke with your name on it, and my name is one of those. I've never seen one in the store with Gavin. So that's why I thought, hey, this is free, and it's a chance to go ahead and actually have a bottle of Coke with my name on it, so why not? So this was really neat. It's very quick and easy to do. The line was not long, and again, I mean, you can't turn down something free in a theme park, and of course, a bottle of Coke as well, or cup of Coke. So this is really neat, and I don't think it's gonna be here very long, but at least it was there that day, and we are very glad it was, and it's a really cool offering. Well, that will do it for this week's edition of Photo Finds. I hope all of you have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it and comment below. And until next week, make sure to subscribe to Attractions Magazine and get out, have fun, and enjoy those parks.